like 2 seconds just to see the cancer I've given everyone because Roll20 hates me.
Oh, look at the
Okay.
Uh, that's it.
Guess I'll
It's
check.
Realms Beyond, Episode 1, titled Episode 1, only slightly scuffed.
Yeah, only slightly. We're a mere hour late. It's not
Roll
stopped us in
20
the past, and it won't stop us now.
Look, anyone who's looking at my
Oh,
screen
no.
can see that there've been outages on Roll20, thus not our fault.
True. Oh my god, that's fucking horrible, Andrew. That's so awful. It's the worst thing I've seen.
It's my magnificent octopus.
It is your magnificent octopus. Oh god. Ugh.
Ooh. So yeah, what happened last
Indeed.
time? Our entire lives.
That's true. What happened last time is the campaign ended. We left our brave heroes having just thrown Ben into the wish granting blender
Zzz.
to resume the rest of the course of their natural lives in this brave new world. But
I mean, it
we
did
will.
kind of rewrite reality a little bit, didn't it?
Only a little
It
bit.
did. It really did.
What's a little rewriting
but-
reality between friends?
We will cut over now to an intrepid new bunch of heroes. People. I think I'm going as far as people. A
I mean,
collective.
definitely at the moment.
A collective of different individuals who hopefully will be maybe heroes, villains. It's I guess it's all up to them, I suppose. But yeah, as each and every one of you, one way or another, has decided to try and some of you might be trying to strike it rich. Others were assigned here on military business, and some of you were just in it for the knowledge and the discovery. But one way or another, you've all come to learn of a little pocket in the center of the universe where gravity is normally too strong to maneuver through, which just has a strange corridor extending all the way through it. And for one reason or another, each of you have gone to explore it.
I mean, I do believe my character's ended up going there by happenstance.
Yeah.
He's kind of running the fuck away currently.
Some of you were brought by duty, others luck, others to get far away, and I think it's duty
Right.
again.
I also heard there's a real great restaurant.
True.
Yeah.
There's probably at least one. But yes, as you all entered on your via whatever means you did, whatever ship you on detected a distress signal near a planet. You went to investigate, and you ended up crashed.
Oopsie.
So are we in? Are we all just already in this craft?
Effectively, this craft specifically is Lawrence. Why don't you introduce Sharpie? As what happened with you is when you were crashing, you got into an escape pod. It fired off, and you've landed here.
Okay. Right, next, like where I am currently.
Yeah. Well, your escape pod crashed, and you've like gotten out of it. You can go back in if you want.
Okay. Well, I will. Get my musket out and scan the area for enemies.
Sure. Give me a perception check. And while you're doing that, Andrew,
11.
Mm-hmm.
you too have crawled out of your heavily damaged ship, and you heard a big loud noise.
Ah, a loud noise.
Yeah, it's sort of a call to arms, if you will. You can choose not to. It would be real nice of you to go be friends with the other player. Do you want to do that?
I wander off into the wilderness. Alright, I make another
Okay.
character then.
Okay, cries in DM.
Nah,
That's why you start people in taverns.
well done for not doing that, Joseph. I'm proud of you.
I didn't even realize it. I didn't even think about it at the time.
So yes,
We should just slowly transition you all into a tavern.
it's just slow fade tavern.
Uh,
So yeah,
but no,
I'll head towards the call to arms.
very good. Graham.
Mhm.
You have noticed. You bumped into a little kobold. Who. When you spotted them, they dropped a shiny object and ran away. Do you
I will-
investigate?
I'll pick up the shiny object.
Sure. You go over, find it. It is a little piece of red metal. It looks like it could be like a. It looks like it's been sort of. It looks like a piece of something that's been carefully slid out of it and then fashioned into some sort of knife.
I'm just like, see the direction the kobold is escaping in, and just be like, "Hey, loser! You dropped your knife."
Do you speak Draconic?
Yes.
Cool. You get a response of, you get like a sort of confused noise from the kobold, and then it turns around and starts approaching you, and it just says, "Oh, wait." They give you a little sniff. You're weird.
Yeah.
They reach
You know-
for the
you know who-
knife.
You know who else is weird? People who sniff people randomly like that.
It's just you don't smell right.
You don't say, and it's the hexes there with sort of ashen grey skin with fissures showing light from inside, as if they've got a fire inside them. And it's like, yeah, I don't look normal either. And then chucks in
No,
the
that
knife.
that bit's very normal. Lots of people are that way. But your smell's all wrong. Your smell doesn't match any of them.
Any of who, little one?
Just like the others. You weird. You're weird.
You know, I could stab you with the knife rather than giving it back.
I'll take the knife and go.
No, you'll lead me to society.
That's fair. I will claim my knife off your corpse later. And they scuttle off.
No. I'm gonna hand him the knife,
Okay.
but I'm also gonna take some of the rope out my bag and tie the
Give
rope to
me-
him. So that
Give me a history check.
history check. I just need someone to lead me to anybody at this point.
You can't quite place why, but you get a familiar feeling from the knife.
Familiar feeling from the knife.
Yeah.
I feel it's only correct to lure him in with the knife, grab him, and tie something to him so that he can't run away.
Okay.
And then I will give him his knife as long as he shows me where I need to go.
He says to get out. Oh, it's I think there's a passage to the southeast.
Go. Come on. Walk.
Oh, okay. So you bullied a little kobold into coming with you. Grand.
Yep.
And now
I've abducted the first NPC.
It's at this point that you see a large light in the sky. As you see some sort of escape pod crash nearby. It is like on your way to the exit.
I think we've got a detour, buddy.
Oh, okay. Okay, first NPC adopted.
Yippee!
You don't need to tell me your name. It's not important.
Oh, but I do have one.
That's fine. We'll learn it later if you survive.
Norman Powell
okay.
Cutherington.
Okay. If I survive, this seems perilous.
Well, I mean, you're going to stand in front of me if anyone starts, like, being all aggressive.
Okay. And now we're on to Lance. Plop yourself next to the kobold hex that I've dragged on. And Andrew, drag yourself on.
Yes, Andrew will
over this
definitely do that.
Oh, sorry, I will drag Andrew on from that direction. Because of the whole...
Drag the fox.
Yeah, that's what I've done. I assumed.
Yeah, I am hidden.
And then, yeah, Lance. James, are you there? Oh.
You are muted, James.
No.
I like to
You
assume
there
you
now?
look.
I shouldn't have been.
Okay.
I shouldn't have been.
I can hear you now, at least.
Okay. Yeah, I really shouldn't have been. I don't know why I was.
Blame
I
roll
was,
20.
I was speaking and just not being heard until you went. And I
Yeah,
was like,
well, the mute thing looked like it was showing up on Discord for
Yeah,
you.
you were muted on Discord. I think it must have just, like, you might have just been hit by maybe you have a mute key or something, I don't know. They got,
Don't know.
like, hit.
Anyway, fixed
Yeah.
it.
Regardless, Lance, you're in your ship. You're very aware that it's not really gonna... you don't think it's gonna fly without some major repairs, but you do think that, like, with enough time and if you got a bit more experience, you could probably figure out how to repair the ship. But you would need a lot of, like, parts and stuff.
I take it that the last thing I remember is. Well, what do I remember causing the crash? Did the what's the word?
Effectively,
Diagnostic displays all just like shut off and it fell out of the sky. In which case, you probably would have been pulling back on the yoke, trying to like get some lift. Impacts the ground, blacks out, and then wakes up all groggy with everything damaged around him.
Yeah. From a quick look around the ship, you can tell the engines are shot. The actual spelljamming helm is like it has several cracks in it, and basically you think that you could theoretically like put it on something, but it wouldn't like hold an air bubble, and it wouldn't move really, and there's like a fairly high chance of it just exploding. But you think that like it's feasible for you to repair it.
It's going to take some time. I'm not going to lie, that probably wouldn't be his first concern. He's like, okay, I've impacted the ground. Ship's probably knackered. Where am I? Looks out like any viewing ports, and I take it he sees this forest.
Yes, you see a sweeping forest surrounded by mountains on each side.
is immediately taken over with like
Give me a
wonder.
survival check.
Is immediately taken over by like wonder and starts like clambering his way out of the wreckage. And like if nobody's around when he first gets out, he just like place his hands into the grass, just like, oh, actual grass.
You feel the moist grass as you touch the ground. It's slightly muddy.
And like the things that are like going through his mind is like it's literally like finally first contact with a literal part of the cycle of life, so full of nutrients
You see a
and
little.
and chemicals.
You see a little like undulating blue worm-like creature just like flopping along. It sort of reverse blooms to move effectively.
Mm.
And
I'm not gonna lie. My brain just immediately went to, hello. Oh, do you live here? Nah, I'm just a worm.
I mean, that's fair enough.
yeah,
From Labyrinth.
it's just a little guy, and it's moving along. It's moving and
Yeah.
shaking. But yeah,
Play- Places like the little creature back and is just like taking in the surroundings. Just more so because he's like just again just taken aback and he's just like in just sheer wonder of just I get to like experience and like see all of the things in person in flesh.
Before you stretches a mighty forest, its lush green leaves beautifully dance in the wind as a few stray leaves flow by. However, and in the distance, you can tell that you are currently surrounded on all sides by mountains.
Mm.
You're in sort of a you're in like a clearing area in the center of the forest. But something does ruin your visage. You can see that a fresh escape pod has just touched down, and it has left a trail of destruction in its wake.
I mean, that being mine, no?
It is a new one. Like, another one has just fallen after yours.
But it didn't look like a controlled fall.
Yeah.
So,
It
so
seemingly
like, I'm not
touched
the
ground.
only one who's crashed here. Like, thinking back on, like, what he would have seen on, like, a head-up display of, like, his craft, is there anything that would suggest, like, a gravitational anomaly or something like that that would cause our both of the ships to just drop, considering that he was like, mine wasn't damaged before, at least I'm pretty sure. Unless the maintenance was particularly shoddy. So there's no reason why it would crash why it would just shut down. And then there's a second that's done that. Ponders.
Effectively, the first thing that you can diagnose from this, when you go to check, is that the first thing that exploded was the damage report machine.
Brilliant. Just like tries to like boot up a terminal and it's just a spark just flies out of it and the monitor falls off its hinges and it's like brilliant. That works. Again, I'm more like would a history check remember the last thing that he saw on any sort of like gauge or anything like that before everything just went dead.
Yeah, sure, you can give me a history check.
$22.
For reference, Lawrence, that's your escape pod. Lance's ship is a little ways off. Lance,
so mine, I probably
you
would have like
you would be coming from this direction.
looking
if you were
along
heading,
here.
Yeah, you would have been coming from that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The last thing you would remember from the event was that as you crossed into the as you went across the threshold into the gravitational influence of the planet, where it starts to like effectively pick up a fair amount more, you noticed. Give me a. Actually, yeah, you noticed everything suddenly went dead. But give me an Arcana check real quick as well.
Ow, 12.
You noticed everything just suddenly went dead once you reached a specific distance to the planet. Is probably the best thing you can surmise from your memories. You do accurately recall that everything was fine just up until you crossed a point. You can assume something on the planet is generating a field around the planet that prevents ship systems from working. But you, like, as far as you're aware, this planet it didn't show any readings of, like, powerful magic or advanced computers or any, like, it didn't show any technological signatures. It didn't really just... It seems to be a undeveloped backwater planet. From your brief scans, is something you recall. So
he does like a sort of tell of like when he's thinking, which is like the side of his, as he like considers. Okay, so it wasn't technological, but spelljammers are intrinsically intertwined with magic. Perhaps it was magical. Can I detect magic and look at the sky?
Yeah. You detect magic, and when you look up, you don't see any magic, like, just generally.
Like, he was expecting to see something like an anti-magic field or something planet, which would be impressive.
You yourself have... I mean, I think the range on detect magic doesn't go
Actually,
like that high,
that's me being really dumb, because if that was the case, then he's like, yeah, spells would work, would they?
But yeah, you don't see anything in the sky.
Yeah, but then he's like, if that's the case, nothing would work.
Yeah. But you do feel the spark of magic on the ground. Like, you can tell the weavers around you.
And is there anything still radiating off this spelljammer as I walk towards it?
The engines flare up occasionally with small crackles of magical energy. And you can see yourself faintly glowing. You can see your eyes glowing, have like little flames surrounding them, which denote your detect magic spell.
So it is. So he's like, this is working.
Although the fire, you can tell, is mundane, just from the friction with the ground.
I mean, yeah. I wasn't expecting that to be magical in any way.
You also, actually, when you look at the ground, you do notice that there is an enchantment run.
All the ground?
Yes, someone has enchanted this forest that you're in. Like, up to... as far as you can see, is enchanted. The specific school would be... let me quickly look this up. Because I know what it would be, but... I know what spell it would be, but like... Or what spell has a similar effect to this thing. I just need to know what school it's from. It is an abjuration spell that has seemingly been cast, like, on this region.
Something like Guards and Wards, or Private Sanctum, or Alarm, or Druid Grove, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something of that nature. Right.
Question. With everyone getting this close, would our Mr. Sharp with his perception notice anyone?
That is why I'm about to go to now. Cutting back to Sharp.
To the Sharpman.
You notice three things approaching you. From the northeast, you can see a kobold and a lady who looks like there is a fire about to explode out of her.
Northwest.
Oh, sorry, the northwest. Sorry.
Yep.
From the east northeast, there is a little fox, which seems fairly mundane to you. Actually, roll me insight.
Okay.
Just because this could become a really interesting thing. There's-
19.
When you look at the fox, you look into its eyes, and you think that you should be wary of it. You think the fox is letting it knows more than it lets on.
Okay.
But as far as you're concerned, it is just a fox. But it's just a suspicious. You just find it a suspicious fox. And
Yeah.
from the southwest, following your trail of destruction, there is a little kobold who seems to be wearing some fancy equipment.
Well, it's not fancy. It's chainmail.
It's a little
It's
fancy.
it's chainmail and a little
If the
retractable
DM says
shield.
it's fancy, it looks fancy.
Yeah, it's Louis Vuitton chainmail.
I mean, it's just regular chainmail, but like it's just
So,
it's fancy compared to like a common guy who
Lawrence,
you are
you're
more intimately familiar with.
Lawrence, you're surrounded.
You are surrounded.
The kobold approaching you is not making any attempts. One, looking stealthy, and B, looking aggressive. He's more just sort of, is anyone there? Is there any survivors? Make a noise. I crashed too.
Make a noise. Shoots gun. Different noise.
Hides hides in a bush.
Can I spin that interaction
no.
again?
Sorry.
Crouching behind the pod, so I'm hidden from the two people from the north.
Mhm.
I'll point my gun towards the person from the south west, and I'll be like, cocking the thing back with a good click. Who goes there?
I crashed too. Holds up hands in a placative gesture.
I am
Name
holding the kobold in front
yourself
of
and
me
be recognized.
like a meat shield.
The kobold looks. He initially just as like it seems like a preemptive, or because you've got a gun on him, goes to initially he goes a t, and then stops himself and then goes, Lancelot. My name's Lancelot. Or you can shorten that if you want. I know it's a little grandiose.
Sharp.
Nice to meet you, Sharp, if you put down the firearm.
Okay. Are these
Small
your
kobold
friends
is
to the
like-
north?
Don't shoot me.
I've just crashed too.
Hey, fucker.
No,
What's going on?
you're a lovely gentleman.
Turns gun on the people to the northwest.
Don't shoot me.
What's up with you two? Name yourselves.
I've been kidnapped.
I can set you free.
They've not been kidnapped. They're showing me the way out of here.
It's that way, gesturing to the south.
See? We're having a friendly time here as long as no one starts shooting.
Can I have my knife back?
When we get out of here, you can have your knife back.
Thank you.
Did you say your name was Sharp?
So what is yours?
You can just call me Hex.
Okay. What about your little friend?
He doesn't have a name.
Well, I do.
What is it?
Non-player character.
I'm Sind. Nice to meet you.
And okay.
So, are
You
we
all
gonna put the
seem
gun
friendly
down
enough.
yet, or are you gonna keep threatening everyone?
I'll uncock my musket and turn towards the fox.
I turn
we
the
do
shot.
seem to
Fox,
have-
shoot the fox.
I mean, I would if I were you.
We do have a friend here that seems like it hasn't been aggressive yet, but it seems odd.
Mr. Fox, what would you like to do?
Yep.
As I'm moving you.
Yeah.
So, like, where would you like to go?
Clearly saying the word yep. Yep.
Fox goes yip.
This may sound weird from back here, but have either of you seen a person that is partially bred?
No,
That is odd. Partially bred?
Yeah, they're like half bred, half non-bred.
The little kobold's ears perk up, but they say nothing.
I like turn him, and I'm like, "What do you know, buddy?"
not seen anybody like that.
I don't know nothing about no bread.
I pull a weapon.
Oh, which
Ah.
kind of weapon?
Yeah, what would you like to know about bread?
I know rye bread. I know sourdough.
Seen a person who's part bred. I need to bring them home because their parents are worried.
So, there's like there's a religion around here that's in contention. I think you might like I know one of their sects is very bready. Some of them are
Mhm.
like bread people.
Oh, religion's that with people like that. Oh.
We call them the baker's dozen.
Nice.
Okay, I've got a new place for you to lead me, Sind,
Oh, okay.
and I will have Sind start wandering off in that direction with me.
We need to get supplies. We have none. Me and my friend over there recently crash landed on this planet.
Sind does say to you, "Oh, I really don't want to leave."
Look, I'll go and get the fox and kill it for food.
Whoa! Yep.
You guys wait here.
That seems reasonable.
Everybody on this planet is so violent and aggressive.
No, I'm hunting for food. We don't really have any.
Oh,
Resourceful.
oh.
Points gun towards fox, and
Fox, what you doing?
Fox. Fucking hell! What an interesting thing to do. That won't work. but the fox does a scared yip and vomits out some like absolutely perfect looking berries.
All right, okay. Sharp. You're almost sure some magical fuckery is going on with that fox.
I
But
mean,
it did. Wait, roll me survival, Sharp.
my detect magic is still up.
The fox is magically, like it is magical. Like its appearance is changed.
And the
Typically.
berries are also magic.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're good berries.
Yeah.
Lance will
yeah,
say it
roll-
as sharp
roll
because I
survival
assume
Oh yeah.
I assume
you,
sharp is
You
not.
don't know
wait,
about berries.
I assume sharp isn't looking in my direction, so Lance will be like, "I'm just approaching sharp. I just don't need to tell you something. That thing," points at the fox. Its form's been changed. It's rife with transmutation.
Sharp, your opinion on the berries is that this, like, you think you've heard of things like this before. Fey spirits offering you either poison or pleasures in the forest. It's very dubious.
Fucking. It's just
Oh God, Lawrence got very angry.
it's a dumb shit.
Yeah, he's speaking in like one syllable per 3 words.
Yeah, I don't know how, but Lawrence's internet
sounds-
appears to be
sounds
worse
dodgy
than
to
mine.
me. I don't know about you, but things like this seem to be dodgy.
I think you need to end that fox, Mr. Sharp. It might be trying to kill you with poison berries.
Fox aggressively shakes its head.
Oh look, it's nodding. It's telling you it's doing. That's what it's doing.
Sharp, insight. Give me another insight.
Oh, you definitely
Ouch.
get trying
I'm
to
really
kill
going online with them because
Sharp, you're pretty sure that this is a really powerful Fey spirit, and that if you anger it, because you think that this it's forest, like you're thinking you're treading in its domain and has come to try and shoo you out of it. You think you best not like anger it.
okay. We best not anger it any further. Let's go.
I shake
Find
Sid
food
and be
elsewhere.
like, bread people direction. Come on.
I don't want to leave though. The passage is guarded, and I don't like the people who are guarding it.
That's fine. Come on.
Guarded by
I
who?
really don't like them.
Okay.
Guarded
That
by
doesn't matter to
who?
me. Come on.
I don't.
Lance will approach. Sind, was it?
Yes, my name.
Uh,
Don't worry it out.
He looks. Lance looks really what he's doing here, but he's like trying his best. Like he's trying to treat this Sind like they are someone that he
Like
knew
kobolds
before.
can't sweat, but if Sind weren't given it his best
Yeah.
attempt,
Lance just goes from kobold to kobold. I think our very angry friend here just wants you to show them the way there, and surely looks up at Hex. We'll handle whoever's guarding this area with these supplies, and you won't have to be seen there. Does that
I'm-
sound fair? Looks up at angry Hex.
I'm not a kobold. I'm a mighty dragon. But yeah,
Yeah,
that
buddy.
seems legit.
So am I.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Man, I've never met so many mighty dragons in one place before.
But does that
No
still
mighty
sound?
dragon is
Escape
scared
while
of
I
such. No mighty dragon is scared of small things like people you dislike.
Oh, but those people are scary people.
It's fine. Don't worry. With me, I'm scarier.
Indeed, I'm already terrified.
Whilst
But
this,
does the deal sound fair?
I guess I can show you the way.
whilst
Let's
this,
go.
whilst this is going on, can I check the pod for any supplies?
Sharp, you find effectively an appropriate set of tools that would allow you to craft more ammunition, provided you found like the ingredients for like gunpowder.
Oh, right, so it's like a bullet casting set.
Like a
Yeah.
bullet press.
You also find
Yeah.
a small pouch containing enough gunpowder for 6 shots, and conveniently also 6 bullets.
Eh?
And you find your ramrod as well.
I'll take all of them.
It also has 3 days of rations and a first aid kit inside of it.
I will take everything.
For reference, the first aid kit is some bandages and painkillers.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I will take everything.
Sure. Are
Let's
you
go.
following a little kobold? Okay. You are following the kobold.
God, what have I done?
As we're following them, Lance would like walk alongside with Sind and just be like just the most unbearably curious person ever. As he's like, so are you from a clutch, or do you like patrol these forests? Are there
No,
others?
of course not. I was raised by my dragon mom and dad, and we had a big pile of treasure, and then I was sent here for being too cool.
I want to insight whether this usual kobold if I could English
Shenanigans?
shenanigans. I was thinking of the other one, but yeah, shenanigans will do. Or whether they are actually of like some sort of like magical descent and have been like cursed or something. Like an insight, yeah.
Sure. Give me an insight. You basically think he's delusional.
Mm.
He doesn't seem to be obviously lying to you. Like if you
Yeah,
were to
but he's
guess, he
but
like
Lance is like, I've read in books that kobolds tend to be a bit uh they tend to be on a permanent vacation from in the sense of they act as though they don't pretend, they just talk like they are. They have a tendency for that. So he's like, right, yes, excellent.
yeah, just right. He is very fervent that he is a dragon and was like sealed here eons. I mean, centuries. One of those. Whichever's
Whichever
longer.
the long one is.
Yes, you get it, Fox.
I mean, yep.
The fox knows what's up.
In which case, Lance is like, he's happy to have met another kobold already, but at the same time, he's like, yeah, but they don't have a firm grip on reality. Speaking of reality here, like being around all of the nature that we are currently walking our way through, he like makes sure to perk up an ear and listen to any stream walk past and any bird song that carries on overhead, or like tap any like trees or bushes that we come near and go past. Like he's almost like behaving slightly druidy, even though he's definitely not, considering like all of the metal.
Metal's fine.
Effectively, what you would learn is the ground is getting drier the more you're moving away, or the closer you're moving to the exit of this place. So you'd guess there is some sort of body of water, but you are moving away from it, would be your guess. And you don't run into any streams on the way there. I want you to make me a perception check real quick.
Perception.
I mean, anyone can make the perception check, but there's if you want, like anyone can make one now.
12.
The fox sees nothing.
To be level 1 again, and 12 being like an okay roll. Whereas like a couple of weeks ago we were like, make a perception check, 37.
It's close to DC, but it's not quite there. 18 is good enough. 12 was also good enough. I'm just trying to spell. That's not. I can't. I'm just gonna write a new word.
Oh, a new word.
That's the thing with not understanding how spelling works. Nope, can't get this word. I've even tried synonyms. Instruction. That didn't write. I think. Yes, that's a word I know how to spell. Okay. See, that's why I bothered learning all of those additional words, so that I can spell at least one of the synonyms of them.
Ah.
Well, that narrows down what we're talking about.
I was just answering a question that Lawrence had. Regardless, you guys look out, and anyone who got higher than a 10 notices that there are large mountains that look a lot like skulls. Sharp, with your keen eyes, you glean a bit of extra information. Everybody else just sees like strange looking rock formations and doesn't quite know what to make of them, but you see the whole picture. When you look at one of them, it almost looks like a big dragon has like morphed into rock, if that makes sense.
I'll say, okay, everyone be quiet. There may be a dragon nearby.
The
I mean-
kobold pipes up with a, "Yes, me, I'm the dragon. Me, dragon."
I slightly more intimidating dragon then.
No,
I'm very
big one. That looks
intimidating.
rock.
I poke him in the back.
Ah, no, please.
Yeah, buddy.
Quiet. We don't want to attract attention.
I'm sorry, but he's so bullyable.
I'm not
Please,
bullyable.
kobold less. I'm asking nicely.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, please, bully less. Just asking nicely.
Thanks for asking nicely.
I'll turn to the other crash survivor behind me. And I'll ask quietly.
Uh-huh.
You didn't happen to notice any other survivors, right? You didn't happen to notice any other survivors around here, did you?
No, just you. I was on my own.
Okay. Definitely no companions with you.
No.
Why does it sound like
Looks.
Lawrence is massively sped up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
The kobold, Lance looks quite saddened when he's like voice pitched as he goes now. When you say no companions, his ears droop down a bit.
You lost somebody?
Perks up a little bit, not expecting to be asked. Yes.
Any chance they could have survived?
They weren't on the ship when I got on.
I'm pretty lost.
I was on was a small one-person escape craft.
Hopefully we might come across more survivors along the way.
Yes, hoping, especially considering I'm starting.
But let's move along.
Especially since I'm starting to work on the hypothesis that there's something about this, at least this landscape, that prevents spelljammers from operating properly.
Yeah. That would be the case.
DM question.
Are there any parts?
Question for DM. Would have it been at all obvious to Lance, considering his readings on Spelljammer design and things that it may have been a military vessel of some kind, or if it was a personal craft, or like shops. I mean,
You know that his is a military vessel. It is a military escape pod that effectively, you know that those types of pods are generally automatically ejected from ships when, like, there's like a sudden loss of power. They have a mechanical backup that just fires them out, basically.
right. In that case, to Sharp, couldn't help but notice that your vessel was military. Do you think you'd be expecting any of your compatriots to also be cascading down here in craft?
Potentially. Kept in the area to look for survivors.
Sure. Give me
Could be
a
any-
history check.
In that case, I shall keep an eye out for anyone wearing your colours.
Thank you. Green or red? 13.
Cool, cool, cool. You would have seen basically that when the other pods got ejected from your ship, you would note that effectively everyone who was in your old squad launched, like all the common men launched off of one side. You, the sergeant, and the captain of your squad got, along with two other high-ranking officers, got into the same side as you, effectively. You all launched, but you know for a fact that at the very least, the two high-ranking officers both impacted the side of one of the mountains to this place, and you think they've probably died. You're not sure as to the fate of your captain, though. And you're pretty sure that all of the common men will be somewhere outside of the glade that you're in.
Okay. I will relay that to my
so
new companion.
Perhaps further up in the mountains, then.
Yeah.
Huh.
At least for their bodies. I would at least like to check to see if they're alive. So my other companions would be a bit further away, maybe. Almost.
I'll keep an eye out for any smoke
They'd
stacks.
almost be in the opposite direction.
I'll keep an eye out for any smoke
They'd be in the
stacks.
opposite direction, wouldn't they?
So, Lawrence, you need to disconnect and reconnect because you're talking over everybody because you're time delayed.
Yeah, your connection is really weird.
You're time delayed and you're very glitchy and hard to understand.
Which is really weird because I'm not glitchy, right?
You guys are in rooms next to each other, basically, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can hear the things he's saying in real time and like they sound normal. But obviously, when he comes through on Discord, I can barely understand what it's saying.
Is this any better so far?
That is
That is
better.
a bit
better.
Much better.
Okay.
Sorry, but I'll just finish the thing I was going to say. Where Lance was like, "I'll keep an eye out for any smokestack." That would suggest the fire left over from an impact, like ours. At
Yeah.
which point, Lance will try, even though he's only like fucking 3 foot tall, try to scan whatever little horizon he can see, when and or if he gets a chance, to see if there is any like smoke plumes coming up out of
Give me an
mountains or
investigation check, Lance.
bits of the forest. Investigation.
The common soldiers that I came with, they'd have been in almost the opposite direction to the officers, wouldn't they?
Effectively, yeah. That's why you're pretty sure they landed like far away from the mountain range that you're currently surrounded by.
Okay. So they'd more than likely be on the outside of the mountain range.
Yeah, almost certainly. You're unsure, and like you're not sure about your captain, but just because of how far away they were, they're probably either somewhere in here or they might have like the angle that they were going at. They might have just like skimmed past the mountain range effectively, unlike the two higher ranking officers who you think probably crashed into the top of a mountain and died on impact. You can't be sure, but like they impacted the ground pretty hard.
So, has the weird fox followed us?
Yep.
Yeah, I assume so.
I'm just like, just watching that fucking weird fox.
Okay. So yeah, at last.
I only got a
Uh,
9.
Kill us, I
An
know
You
it.
8.
got a 9. Oh, an 8. Sorry. Cool,
Got an
cool.
8.
But I gifted
in
you
which
vomit
case-
berries.
You see no smokestacks, but you do see there is a glint of you see a little glint coming from a bush.
Investigates the glint. I take it that this is like, is this like nearby?
Yeah. As you approach, you find a satchel that seems to have been hastily tossed in a bush. Some like minor attempt seems to be made to hide whatever it is, but it's pretty obvious to someone who's even paying like minor attention to their surroundings.
This satchel thing, would it be recognizable as anything specific? Or does it look
It's-
like a pretty generic satchel with like a little shiny buckle or something?
Yes, it's a very generic satchel which has a little a very shiny buckle.
Mm.
It seems
Opens
to
it.
be like seems to be
Opens it,
polished.
dies. Opens it, dies.
Inside, you find a number of empty vials. Although you do find one. 5 of the vials are broken. 2 of the vials are intact and are empty and can be used. And there is one vial that appears to be filled with a. It appears to be a luminous platinum-colored liquid.
Oh. Yeah, with what alchemical knowledge with what chemistry knowledge he does have, alchemical knowledge he has, would it be something that he could either just deduce by looking at it, or would I need to use my magical means to identify it? I'd rather just deduce it by looking.
You'd probably have to test it out, but there are some things you can learn by just looking at it. You can tell it is like it's naturally carbonated. It just seems to bubble. It is slimy. It seems thick. You can tell that it would. You think it is acidic. Just because there is like a little label on the side, which has a common mark that you would recognize, saying that like,
Corrosive.
It's not corrosive. It's not strongly corrosive. It's not like dangerous to touch. You think it is designed to be consumed, but it like says it can melt certain things. Like it's you think it is corrosive to plastic effectively, or other.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. With what you're describing, Lance is just looking. It's like Coca-Cola Platinum. It's the same thing.
You do think you could. You do think it is designed to be consumed, and you could like drink it. You're not sure what it does, but it can be.
While we're walking, then Lance is going to do a couple of things while we're still walking. Use identify as a ritual on the thing. On the liquid. On the vial of liquid. To see if it's a potion of some kind.
Effective. It does not seem to be The identify would just tell you that it came from a magical creature, but you would find it
Oh.
noteworthy that, like, the magical creature the spell doesn't tell you which one it came from.
Yeah. I already have a couple ideas in my head, and therefore, as to what this might be. And Lance like slowly puts it away in the satchel. We'll
You're not-
keep the satchel, for
You're not
and for the.
it doesn't really.
I know.
It doesn't.
I know.
Yeah.
And then like the other vials, I'll just cast mending on, so that I have some vials to use on stuff.
Sure. The vials are very easily repaired. And you also now have a satchel bag that is divided perfectly among for the vials.
Hmm.
It comfortably holds 7 vials, and there is an extra little slot for like it seems it's for carrying like money, you would guess,
Right.
but it has been
But
emptied.
yeah, it's been
Oh,
emptied.
Yeah. But yes, as you carry on, you eventually reach this area. You eventually come to like this. You've been approaching just these mountains. Sharp, you can tell that these ones are not the ones that looked like very dragony. Like can sort of tell that like maybe this is like part of the end of the dragon's tail, but you could only really see it properly from like the middle, kind of. But you guys would notice that there is a large pillar with a glowing blue light at the top of it. And your little kobold friend, Sind, turns to you and is like, "Yeah, don't want to go any further. That's the exit, but I'm not leaving through it. The people over there are gonna get me if I go that way.
You mean they're gonna get you?
They're gonna get me. They get anyone who tries to leave.
When
They
you
killed the
say
last-
get,
They killed the last batch of people who tried to leave.
so what are they a bunch of religious zealots? Immediately indoctrinate people, and then if they try to leave, runs his thumb across his throat.
Some like that. They're a bunch of dragon hunters. Yeah. They kill all the dragons that try and leave. Like you guys. They're just like in a village that way, but if they'll get you if you're a dragon. Also, Lawrence, you're muted. I do want to just quickly point that out.
Might it be possible to launch a surprise attack on their village?
I mean, I wouldn't, but
How
You
many of
could.
them are there?
I don't know. Haven't been over there. I just know that none return.
Dun dun dun. I did say that out loud.
You're
The
a-
fox speaks.
Yeah,
Or I'm hallucinating.
yeah.
I wouldn't be
Yep.
surprised. I would not be surprised if that was the case.
Nods in agreement.
Fox, I need you to roll me a history, but I assume I will be rolling it for you.
Oh, I got a 12. So
What's your modifier?
I don't think great. So probably like a +1 or
I will open
a
your sheet and
minus
check.
1 maybe.
No, it's neutral.
Oh, excellent. So 12.
You recognize the kniff
The kniff.
that the kobold is holding.
Okay.
It is a piece of the ship you came here on.
Ah.
It seems like they like slid a piece of it off and then attached it to the hilt of a blade.
Mm.
But yeah, what do you guys do? Your kobold friend is very insistent to not go any further, but is like, yeah, you guys can give it a shot.
But this is the only settlement for supplies, correct?
I hand him his knife
Nods.
and untie the rope.
Thank you for my knife.
This was agreed upon, little one.
Thank you.
I heard a Lawrence go to speak there, and it immediately blinked out.
Yeah. The little kobold will take his knife, and once he's been untied, he will like skitter off into the woods.
There goes adopted NPC number 1, who never got a name.
Sinned.
It was in.
Who never got a name.
I salute you, nameless NPC.
Damn it.
This is some sinned This is revisionist history.
Misinformation.
Oh.
You'll
So
not
yeah.
catch me doing that.
You can you generally get a feeling of there's like an imaginary line if you cross like a threshold that exists.
You know what?
Sort of
I'm gonna mage armor.
here. You
What
don't
if
feel
we
any
put it-
menace from it specifically. You just get like a magical
Yeah. Don't care. Mage armor.
like a magical tingle comes over you if you try and go through that sort of area.
I assume some kind of divination magic, as he like just feels the air.
You get a give me an arcana.
Or.
Yeah, roll a
Is
42.
it
Literally not possible. I
Is it-
could, or I could do that and roll a fucking 28.
Nice.
I was about to say, if I roll absolute maximum, I could touch 30 at level 1,
Good job.
but I got a
uh,
28.
a familiar like as you sort of feel the air, a familiar magical pulse races through it. You can tell that like there's like an element of abjuration and divination magic here.
Abjuration and divination. So stuff like alarm and stuff like that. Is the
You don't know precisely what's going on, but you think that like
Oh yeah, I'm not
the-
saying it is that.
something is being alerted when you walk through this bit, and like some element of protection is involved.
Can we see anything from up here? Because I know I understand.
You see a blue
I know-
glow
I-
at the top of that formation of rocks, but you can't see what's like up there without climbing the rocks first, or like flying up.
Hey, Sharp, do you think you could throw me up there?
Sure. Give me an athletics check, Sharp. to toss the boy. Again, so delete Sind off the map now as he's Scarfed.
Gonna have to
Just ran
toss
away.
me.
We're not even one episode in. Not gone throw me.
He throws you and you face plant directly into the side of this rock.
Just
you
turns
Clap,
on,
clap,
just
clap,
like
clap, clap.
You take
okay,
one
that was
point-
probably.
You take 1
right.
point of bludgeoning damage as your face impacts the wall.
Okay, that was probably a bad idea on my part. Expect mutters to himself under his breath, expecting Jar to be strong enough to yeet me. Hang on a minute.
I mean,
what
you'd have
what
to
do
be
I have
pretty
in inventory?
superhuman to make that throw.
I do have I've just noticed I do have a grappling hook in my inventory. I could
I
try
love how your
eating that
first thought though was throw me.
because I'm a kobold. It's one of my favorite things to get people to do. Yeet me. At the
Yeet.
same time, no. At the same time, no. I'm like, all right. I've just realized. Like, he looks in his other bag, his other satchel. Is like, oh wait, pulls out a grappling hook. I have this. I could have used this from the beginning. I'll try that. I'll try and get because again, being the short person and wanting to get an idea of the lay of the land, I'm trying to like get high up and see what this glow is.
Make me an athletics check with advantage to climb the wall because of your grappling hook.
Athletics with advantage. Whoops! It's well, I'll roll again, but yeah,
It was good enough. The 16
the
was good
16.
enough.
I forgot the toggle.
It's not that hard to climb, and like you've got several advantages working towards you. You manage to like scramble up to the top of the rocks, and you see a glowing blue spell glyph.
Ooh, can I like read the spell glyph and just like deduce by knowledge what it is?
Your
what it's
Arcana
doing or
check
what
from
it's for.
before would let you identify that this is one of the many. Like, in order to enchant this whole area, you think that this is one of the many anchor points which hold this enchantment together. You think it would take an absurd amount of force in order to crack the enchantment, but you think like with enough time and explosives, you could probably do it.
With enough time and explosives, you can do anything.
Indeed. Also, just looks at like the rock itself and the little creeping thought. Just he immediately dismisses the thought, but it's like anything's a bomb if you're mad enough. It's like no, stop it. None of that. This
Like,
is abjuration magic. It's for protecting something, so it may not be a good idea to blow it up.
Theoretically, if you like invert the effects of the magic, that might work. Then you've just created
Reverse
like
the polarity.
or again, a lot of abjuration magic is for keeping things in. So maybe you could like build a pressure bomb of some description by overloading it. You never know. It would be like a massive pressure bomb if you used it like whatever this spell contains on this grander scale. You'd probably wipe the country off the map.
Ooh. That's always tempting.
Goes to the edge and shouts down to compatriots. Okay, so they are generating a veil of protection across this forest using a series of glyphs like the one up here. I don't think it'd be a good idea to try to disable or switch off or damage them. It could have unwarranted effects, or it could just really put us on the bad side of whoever set them there, who's probably stronger than us.
Based on the age of the magic, you can tell that person is either immortal or they probably died a long time ago.
So one or the other. Either they're dead or they're immortal.
They're either
No in between.
they're either so powerful that it would be a massive problem, or like they're probably dead, or maybe they're so old they don't even care anymore.
Also,
sure,
it is Also, it is abjuration, which means it's probably protecting this forest, so I don't see any reason why we would get rid of it, personally.
Man, I should have asked Auntie Amir for one of her dispel guns.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Ah.
Well, this is happening much earlier than I expected.
The kobold backs off a little bit, and it's just like calls down. Who did you say?
Oh, sorry, what? What's up?
What did you just say about an anti-spell gun?
Oh yeah, like my aunt, she like invented these anti-spell guns things.
Eyes narrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like she invents a lot of things.
Did you rubs his ears? I'm gonna need to clarify whether you said their name or not.
I mean, what does it matter? Like they're not here. They can't help us.
True. Again, is calling this down the thing. It's just like, okay, true. I just heard they.
I
they were
like
an
turn it sharp
inventor.
and I'm like, the kobold seems really weird.
He is a weird little guy.
Also, when you like passed through the threshold, because you would have needed to like go and check the glyph out, you didn't feel anything weird. You didn't get like a suspicious feeling that you were being watched or anything. And you think based on
who's that doing?
how to you, Lance,
Mm.
and you think like you would have based on the way this magic works. It's very powerful and precise, but you think it's so powerful it would probably like people who don't understand magic would probably get like a strange feeling or a creeping sensation that we're being watched. People who understand
Mhm.
magic would probably like innately understand that they've been targeted by some sort of like
Scrying.
divination spell in some capacity. If you were a divination wizard, you might even be able to name whatever like is targeting you.
Yeah.
But that's more of a party trick.
But we're not getting that. So, judging by his understanding of magic, he's like so like under the bar that we can just pass under the radar because it's like looking for something bigger or protecting from something bigger. Perhaps.
Yeah, you like a couple of possibilities would come to mind for you. One is like either A, you're not like either you're too weak, or the spell just isn't targeting you, or like it specifically affects something else. Or
Hmm.
there's some giant monster that just like roam these forests that's like it's keeping in, one or the other. Or maybe like it only keeps things out but doesn't keep things in.
Yeah. Like uses the grappling hook to drop down, so he's not shouting at everybody or shouting down towards everybody, and comes back down and say, "Okay, I can think of 3 potential scenarios that we're facing here. Either that thing isn't us specifically for a reason set by whoever made it, or we are just simply not strong enough to trigger it, and it's meant for protecting this land from like actual dragons and things, or what was, or some other or some other reason like we're not strong enough, we're not being targeted intentionally, or it's protecting the forest from a specific creature which none of us are."
Similar to how
So-
like because you know of spells like magical circle that specifically stop like fey or undead, or like there are high level cleric spells that can also do things like that. Like they specifically bar a type of thing. It could
Yeah.
it could be similar to that.
Like he looks back up at it and then looks back at the environment around him. I take it, is the environment around us like wildlife?
There's lots of wildlife here, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense in terms of it's only protecting from big, powerful things. If it detected all living things in this environment, it'd be triggering constantly. You'd never be able to suss out which one's the actual threat. Pure sensory overload, but magic. So I think we could possibly sneak in unnoticed and get eyes on whatever this settlement is, if that's what you guys want to do. Sits down, waits for response.
Yips knowingly.
The fox says that out loud. They don't yip, but they do say yips, the words yips knowingly.
While nodding.
I mean, I think we should just move straight ahead and get on with this. If something bad's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
I mean, if something bad happens, there's always a way out.
I can't wait for Andrew to play this whole campaign as a fox.
Ah, neither can I.
Just as the party's pet fox.
Yay!
I mean, it'll keep Andrew happy.
So yeah, do you guys head out?
Do you think it's a good idea, Mr. Sharp? You've got probably the most danger-based knowledge of any of us.
I've been having to do something. So, where does this portal take us again?
Okay, Lawrence, I'm going to give you a quick lowdown. The big blue glowy thing is a spell glyph. It's part of multiple spell glyphs. It's casting a gigantic abjuration and divination spell across the forest. However, it doesn't appear to be targeting us because either we're too weak or we aren't the specific thing that it is detecting or protecting against. So we think we should be able to go into this area and not be spotted by whatever made this spell, or whatever made this might already be dead.
For reference, you think the divination element of the spell is just along where the edge of the spell is, but the abjuration affects the whole area.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't see divination before. When you
Yeah, but that's not abjuration. So it's covering the whole forest, but the divination is just like a line around here.
Well, you think it is effectively it is at the edge of wherever the enchantment is. So anything trying to come or go would go near where the divination magic is.
Okay.
Hang on a second. If I've been detecting abjuration in the forest that we were already in, and this divination line comes in at the end, doesn't that suggest that what's on the other side is not being protected?
You can surmise that.
I mean, I'll use it if everyone's just sitting and weighing up which way they want to go. I'll take the opportunity to ritual cast a detect magic again.
Sure. When you look out, you can see that effectively the magic extends a little ways past this. But it does end like once you sort of get through like the mountain range, you can see like along the path there is effectively a straight path that cuts directly through the mountain range. Once you get like about halfway up that, you notice that the enchantment on the ground just stops. Like there is no more just big enchantment there.
Okay, the kobold is like looking around. You guys see that that Lance is like looking about the place, both where we were just standing and then a bit further, like move, like across like this line back and forward, and he's like, "Ha,
You notice
we're in the field. We're leaving it. The kobold has taken us to the edge of the protective field.
You notice that the line here is just the divination triggering line, so anything that goes further than that, like lights up an alert, basically.
Do I think that this could have anything to do with the reason our spelljammers stopped working?
Give me. You don't think effectively that this magic extends high enough to. You do think it extends into the air and forms a dome over the area, but you don't think it extends like into the upper atmosphere.
Right.
Okay, so either I assume we're probably going to have to fight either way. So going this way, we're having to go through a narrow path towards presumably the village that these people are at. If we go this way through the glyph thing, presumably it teleports either into the village or near the village.
I don't think it teleports us anywhere. I think
we
it's
have to
just
walk.
if anything, maybe the field is keeping whatever's in the village out of the area.
Suspicious fox.
I moved your token, Andrew, to be a tiny bit closer, and you were suspicious.
How dare you
You've been
move?
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna go and see if the fox will willingly be picked up.
Are you willing to be picked
Probably
up?
not willingly, but you can definitely try.
I will attempt to pick up the fox.
Okay.
Are you resisting, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to make me either an acrobatics or athletics check, and I need Graham to make me yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, well,
Andrew the Fox.
whatever my bonus is, I only got a 5.
Okay. I don't think you could roll. I don't think your modifier can be high enough to save you there, but I will check your sheet out if you give me a second.
Screaming
No.
baby noise. Ah!
You pick up the fox.
I like move back to everyone with the fox.
Yeah.
It's not best pleased, but like, it can't really do much. It's just a fox.
Will
Hey,
you shut that bloody animal up?
is there any chance that this is dangerous?
No.
No, it's a fox thing.
No, I meant
don't
the barrier.
Oh, the barrier? I don't think so.
Cool, I throw the fox through the barrier.
No.
Fox, you go through the barrier. You like don't feel anything weird, but you give me a acrobatics check. So roll a dice, Andrew.
12.
Oh, I do modify. That's good enough. You look like you're about to like topple over and land on your feet, but you manage to like stick your front legs out and you like grind to a halt, and you just about manage to land on your feet as you come to a stop just before hitting a log that has fallen on the ground.
Nice.
Okay.
Graham, do me a favor.
Yep.
Can your character make an insight?
I can try. 6.
Okay, you probably don't figure out that the fox is flipping you off. It just raises a paw.
Graham, your interpretation of the fox's actions is that it's waving at you. It's like it's goading you for more.
I will walk forward and grab the fox again.
I will run.
Let's continue quietly.
Okay. Starts following.
I guess the fox just runs down the
Yeah,
to try and yeah, sure, cool.
I run in the direction of
my
the plot.
I'll have my gun raised. and I'll keep close on presumably the tops of the ledges for enemies.
Okay. You guys do see a village. You basically have to go through it in order to leave, but it doesn't look massive. Like, it looks pretty small.
Bit of an agglomeration rather than a town. But with
Yeah,
it being
just
built
like-
in these mountainsides.
It seems to be built at the mouth of the exit of the valley. Just so that anything that was trying to leave on foot would have to go past them.
Okay.
And as you exit, I'll try to go on the right map. You guys see a guy approaches who says, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Yep.
People.
95th Rifle. And who are you?
I'm mayor of this town. Why did you come out of the dragon's den?
My ship crashed a little ways back. I come looking for survivors.
How did you get a boat all the way out here?
Not that kind of boat.
Lance tries to chime in. Are you familiar with airships?
A ship on the air? Don't be ridiculous.
No,
I
like
would like to point out there are no dragons in there.
well, not that
Uh,
we saw.
There's,
No. There was a dragon. It was a big hill-sized thing.
it shouldn't. Oh, wait, do you mean the mountain range? Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, of course there should be dragons in there. There's tons of them.
Didn't see any.
Thousands of them.
Ah, well, but you must have got pretty lucky then.
Like,
Thank
we
goodness.
we're just looking for supplies and a way through the town, if that's okay with you.
Also, that's okay, but we're watching you, strangers. The last bunch of you that came through here weren't too nice.
We
What
mean
do
you
you
no
think
harm.
dragons look like?
Large, winged, killing all your family members and you, watching them burn, their ashen hands melting away before your eyes. Sorry, that was
Heading
more,
towards-
that's more a memory.
Just checking that you don't think that dragons look like kobolds.
No, I assume.
Is he looking at me?
He's not too concerned with you, to be honest. He just is more addressing the whole like. Well, yeah, they don't normally, but they do when they're in there.
So you're saying
Well,
that like
some-
if I captured a kobold, it would actually be a dragon, and when it came outside.
Yes, the enchantment in there saps them of their strength, but when they leave, they assume draconic form.
Ah,
Luckily,
so
they're
that
still weakened for a time, which is what the time we used to kill them.
so that one may not have been deluded.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Turning to the rest of the group, do any of you have any golden guineas?
Goes through satchel. When you say guineas, do you just mean like gold pieces?
Yes, sorry. That's what my people refer to as golden coins. Yeah.
There was
Any
a-
of
there
you
was
have
a-
soul coins?
There was a few in the change train, not my escape pod. So yeah, a couple.
You strangers
Okay.
seem odd. I suppose I should explain some things to you, just about this general place. You seem unfamiliar with our customs. M- we don't do any of this guineaing, and souls are a sacred thing. You shouldn't be selling them. That
I mean, if
sounds
you're
like
gonna use it,
witchcraft.
you might as well, right?
We don't much like magic around here or witches.
Oh, then forget everything I said and forget I was here.
I'm
What
not
do you think?
here. I'm not
Sorry,
here
you-
to trade souls. Guineas are a kind of currency.
I wasn't. Yeah, guineas is neither here nor there. I was referring to your partner behind you.
They're a perfectly regular currency.
Please be quiet. We want to get through here as quickly as possible. I have people to look for.
I also have someone to look for.
Just don't sell anything to anyone, and be on your way.
Are you a kind of society that trades based on barter and labor?
Well, we have money. We have currency. We're not
Oh,
savages.
okay.
I mean,
Well, when you said you didn't do any of this guinea thing, I thought you meant you were cashless.
No, we trade in like valuable stuff, and we have money. They pull out a coin that seems to be a. It looks very shoddily made. Like it just seems to be gold, sort of vaguely pressed into a coin-like shape.
I might have to note this place down.
But yes, they also say yes. We generally train to hunt dragons here. We're not a big fan of magic.
I don't know magic.
We don't want any of your goods. Not like the last people.
who were the last people?
Those I'm sure were they not with you?
I doubt it.
What were they dressed like?
They were an odd group of roguish individuals, I guess.
Were they dressed
in
like?
black. They were carrying strange things with them. One of them had a satchel, just like yours, pointing at the kobold.
Were any of them dressed like me?
I don't think I've seen anyone dressed like you before.
Okay.
Have you seen a person who was partially made of bread?
Ah, are you referring to the heretics?
I don't know if I am or not. I just know that there is someone that fled in this direction who is made of bread that I need to recover.
That's
There is
not
a nation to the west that has a cult devoted to that awful god. One of them is one. I've heard one of their sects is very bready.
You turns to Hex. You're looking for a god and they're made of bread? He looks
They're-
very confused.
They're not a god. They're like sort of raised like a cousin.
Right?
Step forward.
So they've conned people into thinking they are a god.
I wouldn't put it past them. They're really
Okay.
tricksy.
Okay.
We're just looking for supplies and we'll be on our way. Where is your general store? Or your provisions officer?
What are you looking for? Food? Tools?
Maybe some kind of tent, maybe.
A book on dragon hunting techniques?
Tools would be nice.
you want to join our? Do you want to join our the coming of the new recruits?
Not really.
I'll also pass on that.
I'm already part of one military force.
And I'm more of an engineer than a hunter. Hence the tools part.
What's an engineer? Sounds like
make
witchcraft.
I make things. I'm a craftsman. I use tools to make things. Is that
Oh,
okay?
you're a blacksmith.
I can do that.
Are you like a fancy blacksmith?
How fancy you talking?
Can you make a steel saw?
With the materials and tools, sure.
Wow, he's good.
Oh, do you have any lead?
Who are you asking that?
I'm asking the soldier here.
You give me an insight roll.
Uh, 11.
He's like, yeah, we have lead.
Okay.
What do you need the lead for?
He reaches into a bag and hands you a bottle.
Take it.
He's like, I'm sorry you're under the weather.
No, like the metal lead.
Yeah, it's in there. Drink it up. It clears your chesty cough.
Great for the sinuses.
It's for a friend.
Oh, well, take it to them. Yeah, it's been. Don't worry, it's already been powderized and treated properly.
Thank you. Put away. So where is your provisions store?
I mean, do you want food?
Yes, please.
Sure, come to the bakery. They're sort of confused by the concept of a general store.
Which direction did they tell me this place of heretics was?
They vaguely they said, oh yeah, that's sort of over that way.
Cool.
To the east.
Goodbye.
You walk by, and you see a large creature just chilling. It looks at you.
Do any of the people
it
that
cute?
I passed by?
It is a roll me a d20. It's an adorable dinosaur.
Cool. I'm gonna go pet the dinosaur.
Oh, the Adorbosaurus.
Give me animal handling.
I have been distracted from my plan. Oh no! It kills me.
So here's what happens. You go over to pet the dinosaur. It effectively like stands on three legs for a moment, uses one arm, and like sweeps you off of your feet and like underneath it. And it sort of like presses its body weight on top of you, and it's sort of hugging you, but in a very crushing way.
Help!
Uh,
It's killing me.
this person comes over and is like, "Oh, Bertie, roll over, boy, roll over, and it sort of like rolls, and they get stuck on its back. He's like, yeah, good
free.
boy.
I'm free.
It like, she like drags you over. He's like, try and take deep breaths. He means well, but he doesn't quite know how strong he is.
He's so cute. He's so goddamn cute.
He's only a little one. You see him just sort of struggling, wiggling his legs in the air because he's trying to roll back onto his front.
Can he do it, or do you have to help?
Oh, he'll get it. Takes him about a minute, the little cutie, but he'll do it. He's just rolling back and forth. He is getting like slightly more tipped each time.
Okay. Okay, I'm heading off to kill the bread heretics.
Oh, you're killing those weird cultists. Ah, are you one of the? Are you one of the other ones? Ah, what are they called?
I don't know, I fell out of the sky and I landed inside the whatever that dragon pen is.
Oh, so you're not like a Tibbins Knight, I think they're called. It's their rival sect or whatever.
No,
They like.
I just legitimately fell out of the sky while looking for a person made of bread and was told these people probably have them.
Okay. What are you?
It's not worth the question.
Fair enough. Also, you're from the sky. Do you know anything about this? And they hold out a nearly empty vial of a white luminous platinum liquid. There is about like 2 drops left in it.
Do I know anything about this?
Give me a
Arcana?
history check. Or Arcana. You can do
I go
both.
with Arcana, please?
Give me both. Your history informs you that the kobold found a vial of that stuff in a satchel that they found in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Your Arcana tells you it is seemingly from a magical creature, and due to your nature and intimate knowledge of them, it is from something that is somewhere between a devil and a demon.
Okay,
Like
I'm
it's
like,
been harvested from something that is like that way aligned, from like a genetic perspective.
A fiend of
Fiend
sorts.
juice.
Yeah,
Fiend juice.
yeah, I explained that to the person with it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's from some sort of like devil demon hybrid.
Ah, devilries afoot. Okay.
It's fine.
How do you know about this stuff? Where did you learn
Oh,
of this?
Oh yeah,
So
like
that
I
travel there and seek this knowledge.
well, like my mom's from hell. Well, my mom's from the abyss, and her mom's from hell. So like one of my grannies is from hell.
Oh. Are you a demon?
Technically, partially.
Okay. Tell no one then. Like, admit that to no one, okay?
Why not? Like my mom's royalty, right?
Oh my god. Tell
like-
no
I'm like,
one.
Stop
I'm pretty sure, like,
talking.
Stop telling me things. This gets so much worse for me. Every fact that comes out of your mouth. Just never tell anyone any of what you've told me here.
but I thought we were gonna be friends.
I am being your friend right now. Other people would kill you.
Why?
It's so... They just generally kill devils and demons on sight.
I mean, I'm also an elemental, if that helps.
Uh, I've heard conjurers summon them sometimes.
I mean, sometimes, but like, not the good ones.
I I I agree. All conjurers are evil. Sorry,
Oh no, I
wait.
meant they
And then
don't summon
and
good
then
elementals.
and then she looks around the corner. Yeah. So yeah. We can cut this whole like magic being illegal thing. That's just when certain people are around. Yeah, these people are a bit weird.
So like, why is magic illegal here?
Oh, some weird thing. Somebody apparently misused it really badly a long time ago, and it like it sort of destroyed most stuff, according to the history books. There's a big cataclysm, so a lot of nations have banned the practice of magic.
Oh man, Uncle will be very interested in this.
But
They're gods, by the way.
oh, which one?
They're very
Oh,
well
they're-
connected.
Heroes and reproduction.
Oh, Sonya, right?
Yeah, she's like really cool and like much better than my parents.
Yeah, that's the sect from the town over. Yeah, they worship Sonya. They're in a big they're currently like they were recently driven out of another village by those like Tybalt knights who slaughtered a bunch of them. I heard recently.
This is that terrible bread Sonya's doing.
Well, I think just like there seems to be a bunch of like cults going about these days,
Yeah,
worshipping
it's really
like
weird.
various gods, but like seemingly they're from like some rival religion. I don't know much about it myself.
Okay, so what you're telling me is don't tell anyone about devils or demons or any of that shit.
Yeah, while you're in this country, probably just keep the fact that like you're connected to anything magical on the DL.
I mean, it's really hard when I'm like partially like splitting open with fire coming out of me.
Yeah, that is quite suspicious. But like, they don't inherently blame people who are born with magic. They're just very prejudiced against them usually. It's if you ever
Wow.
choose to use your magic that people get quite arresty and murdery.
I feel like we should topple the society.
There's a lot of bad blood with the whole like
They're just like magic racists.
I think like when we were kids, the story they peddled was like there were a group of magic people who wanted to like make the world better or something, and they made the sky fire, and something real bad happened, and then like all the crops died, and it was all bad, and then the Dark Ages occurred. But luckily, like insert noble monarch of country showed up and saved the day.
That is my favorite lord. Insert noble monarch.
Well, yeah, they change it based on whichever country you're from.
Cool.
If you're from
cool.
if you're from here, it's King. I think. Oh, which one are we up to now?
King Midas the 700th.
No, Quintus died last year, and he was succeeded by his brother. Veritas? Yeah, we're up to Veritas the counts on fingers. Seventh? Possibly eighth. I might be forgetting one of them.
Okay. Thank you for your insight. I'm gonna go hunt some bread people.
Why are you hunting them if you like this Sonya?
Because someone ran away from home and they need to be brought back.
Oh, on the hunt for a demigod, are we?
Yep.
Right. Well, I wish you luck.
I mean, if both of their parents are gods, are they technically a full god?
I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't sound like I stand much of a chance when you say it that way, does it?
No, but you're like
It's fine. I get it. I get
Demon
it.
Queen or something, right?
It's fine. We'll get it. We'll sort it out.
I wish you luck.
Do you want to bring your dinosaur and come with me?
I'm not staying in this town too much longer, so I suppose I could head off a day early.
Yeah, let's go, buddy.
She like climbs on the back of her dinosaur.
Do you want to come with me and do a bit of genocide?
No genocide is going to happen.
It's finally rolled over properly.
There aren't enough of them for that.
She
True.
like slings a saddle over it.
What's happening with
Gets
the other half of the group?
Yeah, they
So
would
yeah,
just get...
I say half.
Lance, the fox, and Sharp. Well, that's all been happening.
Well, someone mentioned food and tools.
Yeah.
So the kobold's ears perked up. He's like,
he
I
will
need
take-
both of those things.
He will take you to this building, and I will reveal the interior momentarily. Where this guy comes out and is like, "Is it time? Is today the day we get to like go to the selection? Am I finally gonna get to be a slayer today? I really want to pass the trial." He's like, "No, I just need some bread. These fine people just came out of the den and want some food to be on their way." He's like, "Sure. Do they got any money on them?"
Do you take shillings, shillings, pence, crowns, half crowns, or pounds?
Is that a spell?
I think he means gold, where he's from.
Oh, gold.
I've got
right,
a tenner.
Okay, yeah.
£10 note.
You guys are richer than I thought. Yeah. Just some like copper pieces will do. If you want just some bread.
You want pennies, pence. There we go.
Is that what you call copper from where you are?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
give me like 12 of your pennies. And then I'll give you all some bread.
12 pence.
How much would a few days worth of your rations be?
For the Andrew, would Fox have come along?
Yeah, Fox is currently with that half of the group.
Sure. In which case, it's gonna be like, well, for you two and your pet, yeah, this should be enough. As they like pull out several, like a big bag that's filled with like a bunch of bread rolls, effectively.
Yeah. Lance has the Dr. Stone moment for taste bread, because he has like one little slice of it, and he's like has like a bite, and then it's just like his eyes just light up. He's just like, "Oh my god, this is delicious!" and just noms the whole thing.
The fox will do like
Nice
do the cat thing where it's like pawing towards them like bread.
So I'll hand over a gold.
Oh, sure. They hand you that sack of bread, and they give you a sack of flour as well.
Thank you. Sack of
Lance immediately
bread.
thinks, yes, a sack of flour. Yeah, it would be
how-
flammable.
How many days rations is the bread?
It is It is 10 days rations.
Joseph, if you look at Discord, the cat gif is what the fox is doing to the person at the shop.
The person at the shop leans down and gives you. It's. Actually, I'm gonna roll something because this could be funny. Not that. Didn't mean to roll that. Yeah. And Andrew, they hand you like a strange. They look like hard and they look like little black balls, but they smell nice.
Yeah,
Sure.
sharp. You get a tug. Sharp, you get a tug.
If you nibble at them, you give me a perception check based on smell.
That would be a 9 plus whatever my perception is, which I think is okay.
Alright, okay. Also, Lawrence did say things, but they didn't come through on Discord.
Ah,
But,
I see.
Yeah, you are nibbling away, and I need you to make a con save, little fox friend.
Ooh, 17. Finally a good fucking roll.
Okay.
Was it good enough?
You nibble on one of them, and you, like, spit it out very quickly.
Blech.
And you nibble on the rest of them, and they all are fine. And he's like, "Oh, why do you not like that one? Odd."
Okay. Okay, so the bread. Looking at the bread, how tough is the bread?
Oh yeah, I want the fox specifically to make an insight roll. The bread is not very tough.
Not 20.
It's like it's crispy on the outside and fairly fluffy on the inside, but it's like rye bread, not wheat bread, so it's like white. It's like not very tasty, basically.
This is luxurious. There's usually maggots in the bread that we get.
You do think it is about 30% sawdust, though.
Ooh. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Still better than hardtack.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, slightly better than ship's biscuit.
So what was your insight? Sorry.
I got a nat 20, and I'm using my D&D
Wait.
dice, so it's a dragon.
When you spat that one out, you notice his eyes went wide for. He looked nervous. As something dawned on him. You also notice, for the briefest of moment, he glanced back at this barrel.
Do I notice him looking at the
No,
barrel?
it's just the fox.
Okay.
Okay.
Um.
Once the other party members distract him again, I'm gonna try and sneak past him.
Give me a stealth.
That's a nat 1. Nat 20, nat
Okay.
1, what's the difference?
If the other party members are distracting him, I will let you do it with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go. You can get one more go.
Well, that's still not great. 7 plus whatever my bonus is. Probably not enough.
It's a 10, which, like, you sort of attempt to go in, but he's sort of standing in the doorway, and he just sort of, like, tries to shoo you off. He seems rather adamant that you not go into his bakery.
What did you want before? I've forgotten the name of your character.
Lance. Lance is James.
Lance, what did you want before there, Lance?
Also,
I love
James
that you asked that right
disconnected.
as James disconnects.
Lance! Lance! What do you want?
What did you want before there, Lance?
You look into his eyes and you see the little spinning circles of loading.
Oh no.
Who are you looking at?
You.
Lance.
I'm looking at you, Lance. You tugged on my shoulder.
Yeah,
You died.
legit 100%. Actually, just because that happened, you do see a buffering sign in his eyes, and then he blinks, and then he goes, I was about to ask, is it okay if I hold on to the flower? I have uses for it that extend beyond being a cooking ingredient.
Sure.
Lance is quite
You-
small, right?
I mean, imagine it's not a big bag.
No, that's not what I'm referring to. I mean, like, just, like, standard kobold size sort of thing.
Yeah, standard kobold size, like 3 foot.
Yeah.
You don't have the fox, do you?
Why do you ask, Fox?
I mean, I didn't ask, but the fox will be very obvious why in a second. God, we've totally lost Lawrence with that.
Yeah, I'm just getting garbled bits and pieces.
He's definitely saying coherent sentences in his room. I can hear them. Not on Discord.
Is this any better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You don't happen. You don't have the pox, do you? You don't have syphilis.
Who, me?
Yeah.
God, I hope not.
I'm pretty sure I'm quite resistant to various diseases.
Okay.
So-
I just don't want anything getting in the food supply. That's all.
Oh, don't worry, I'm quite clean whenever I handle any raw material.
Uh,
I'll hand over the bag of flour.
Yuck.
Lance, from behind you, you feel two furry paws on each side of your head, as the fox like positions your head to look towards the barrel.
Uh-huh.
During the whole, I am the captain now.
Yeah.
I mean, I was imagining more, because paws on side of head is more, what are you, an idiot sandwich?
I mean, yeah, but from behind.
Yeah, it points my face at a barrel.
Yeah. Joseph,
Why?
ping the barrel again, just so he knows exactly the.
I'm not on roll 20,
Ah,
I can't see.
Okay, well, there's a barrel.
Okay.
In the room that the baker is in.
Okay.
The fox goes down onto the floor and writes on the floor, sus.
You watch as like the guy just sort of like kicks dirt over the word sus.
Okay,
Just kind
first of
subtly
all,
as he leans against the
first
frame.
first of all, looks at the fox. I'm sure you're more sentient than you're letting on.
Nods.
Then looks at the barrel. I have roll 20 on my phone, so I can still roll. I just haven't logged back in yet.
It appears to be a mundane-looking barrel. You give me an investigation check.
$11.
You notice some scuff marks indicating that the barrel's been recently moved, and also
Mhm.
you can see that there is a rim of dirt on another shelf, which you would guess the barrel typically is on, but has been moved there, like its usual spot.
Turns around to the shopkeeper or baker. Do you know what's in this? Do you use it often? Out of
Oh,
curiosity,
In the flour or the barrel?
in general.
I
It just
know how
seems
to
like you move it around a whole. It seems like you move it around a whole bunch. I'm just wondering what you might have inside.
Oh, the barrel, just like charcoal.
What do you use charcoal for?
Well,
You,
it's
you,
gotta
you
be
you can
spread
use it to make
somehow.
good campfires. You can use it to make good campfires.
It burns. It burns a while in the oven.
Okay. Do you mind if I have a look?
I mean, sure. You can have a look at my barrel.
Do you mind if I have a look in the barrel?
Sure. He opens the top of the lid of the barrel. Give me an investigation check, sharp.
Oh, give me a chop.
11.
It appears to be a barrel filled with charcoal.
I'll stick my hand in and sort of like get a few bits out and then put them back.
Your hand is now covered in charcoal and is really dirty.
Leans over to Fox. Okay, now that you're smarter than you're letting on, why is this sus? Looks
Thank
pretty-
you.
Me.
Sorry for disturbing you so much.
How does Fox respond,
The
if at all?
the fox pulls you to one side. And is like, all right, look, fuck that. I'm gonna level you. I can't talk. Look,
Called it.
the guy fed us some stuff. He looked real sus afterwards when one of them tasted horrible, and then he also randomly kicked dirt over my writing sus.
So you weren't saying sus towards the barrel, more just this guy.
Kinda.
Do you have any of those berry things left?
Yes.
I-
Black. Passes berry.
Looks at it. Any sort of like checks as like whether I've read about what these things are before?
You mean for the good berry?
Is that what the guy gave the fox?
Oh, right, no.
Good berries.
No, that's what I have.
No, Lance meant I meant the ones that guy gave you. Do you
Ah,
have any of
right.
those left?
I mean, would by what you said, Joseph, I imagine Fox ate the stuff. Didn't really have place.
What is the one you spat out?
It is a standard mixture, effectively, that you feed to animals, but one of them you ate was like different.
Yeah, that one would have
Yeah,
been
there-
spat out, so it would be on the ground.
Effectively,
yeah.
the other ones you ate were just like a mixture of like plants that like people can't eat normally, but like animals can. That would just
Lance
be
will
like
probably remember
otherwise.
that. Well, Lance will probably remember that you spat one out, so goes and inspects that one, like just the remains of it. Like goes, can't have all of this mess all over the place. Goes to clean it up, but is actually inspecting it.
There is just shit everywhere because no bathrooms yet. We're like, no, this mess, it's unacceptable. This guy is looking at you like you're a freak. It's like, why is he tidying up the street? People just
Look,
shit in it.
we
Regardless, he picks up the thing, and he's just trying to make some excuse that either confuses or just makes them dismiss him as a mental. It seems to have worked because they just think.
He just
dismiss
thinks
him as
you're
a mental.
really weird.
I mean, he is. And it's working.
But yeah, you pick it up. It appears to be like a mixture of plants that have effectively been flash burnt. They've been like cooked effectively. He does them alongside the bread, and the outside of them is like charred black effectively.
Mm.
in order to like keep the ball of just weeds together, basically. But you do notice. Give me an investigation check.
To the baker.
I will
Well,
guide your hand.
I already have guidance on, unless you're just
Bugger.
helping. I already have guidance
I mean-
and switched it on, unless you're just helping to give me advantage.
I mean, I will be trying to help.
If you like pour at the bit that, if you pour at the bit that was concerning you,
Big stretch.
Fox can help like break it open. You can roll with advantage.
24.
A world of difference.
You recognize when like initially when you're looking at it, it just looks like a weird piece of chewed up charcoaly stuff, and then the fox like bops out of your hand and it breaks open. At which point you see something that shocks you. You didn't think you'd see it on a planet this primitive, but you effectively see someone dropped out. But I think it might have been... Oh no, everyone's
Oh, all here.
You effectively see a small like pill. It's like a little capsule. Effectively, you would recognize this to be a designer kind of drug you've heard of. It's like relatively new. Basically, it is a. You take it, and it gives you this like really really good high the first time. But it's tailor designed so that it gets you addicted to like a specific brand of this drug that only one producer makes at a time. So you can't get your fix anywhere else. You have to keep coming back to the same person.
Well, I'm glad I spat that out.
Why would they give this to an animal?
I think it was by accident.
But like, you would know that like, this is clearly a space thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have to assume the people who left the valley before you, or someone else gave it, like, sold it to this guy. No way that they would be able to make something like this. You're not sure, like, you aren't really sure where it comes from. You've just heard that it exists.
Yeah.
The
Just
criminals.
takes like the remains of the burnt, charred, like together bit of animal food, and it's just like, pray tell if you don't mind, where do you get these sourced from, or do you make them yourself?
Oh, just the little animal treats. Yeah, I just make them myself. I gather the herbs and just like bake them along with the bread, and occasionally feed little animals, like the dinosaur that comes by every now and then. He's nice. He's still growing.
Is there anybody else that handles these, so that could potentially contaminate a batch?
I mean, I suppose. My wife is upstairs. Anyone theoretically, and I don't exactly keep a 24-hour watch.
So just internal thinking. He's not saying this out loud to the guy. Someone could have, one of these individuals who the locals keep talking about, like, oh, those people like clad in black and they're like, oh, the cultists and such, we don't like them. They could have been from somewhere else in wild space and be spreading this stuff and have just like planted it thinking it'll get through to a person, not knowing it's animal feed. Because it's too primitive for them. They just go, it's food in it. Go to a bakery, leave it in there.
Yeah, Another possibility does spring to mind, and it's that the people who crashed here were drug dealers who sold drugs to these guys.
I'm looking forward to Pike, and I'll say we should be moving on.
Indeed, I don't think I have enough for tools.
But you're not entirely wrong. Like theoretically, and not a bad strategy would be to just try and poison people with this kind of drug, and then by the time that they've ingested it, it's sort of too late for them, because if they ever want to feel whole again, they've got to find the people who make it and buy it off them. So like there is a chance that effectively they could have been poisoned with it, or maybe they just sold them drugs and didn't tell them what they were.
Yeah.
Like there's many possibilities without like more evidence or questioning the guy.
I'll whisper to my companion. We can come and deal with the drug ring later on.
Very well.
Uh,
I was also hoping to like whispers back to you. I was also thank you for your time to the baker. We must be off.
this
As we turn
this
around
guy,
and
by the
leave,
way,
Lance
is
will
like-
mention to you, shop. I was also hoping to source some tools here. I could maybe upgrade that rifle of yours if I get the right ones, but I suppose that can wait until later.
Also, the guy who met you at the entrance of town is like, yeah, if you're looking for your friends, they headed east.
Oh, I wandered off.
No, he is referring to the other people who came here before, and he thinks they're your friends because one of them had a satchel like yours.
Oh, I assure you, we don't know those.
We've never been here before.
Yeah, I literally fell out of the sky this morning. Must just be a similar satchel.
Yeah, well, they fell out of the sky too. I'm sure you know each other. You've got the same satchel.
They did? Okay.
You know
Well, I'm not-
everybody on this planet?
No, but I know everyone who comes out of that pass. And
Well,
I
my
can
point
you
is,
know-
my point is, I don't know
that
them.
pass the same day and have the same satchel with the same design.
Well, my point is, I don't know them.
Either way, we must be off.
Indeed.
Toodaloo.
Well, they headed east about 3 hours ago. And I think with you guys heading eastward and Graham having hitched a ride on a dinosaur east, that's a good place to end the session.
Okay.
Oh,
That was a
Yee.
good,
do you want to know
good
the
first
best?
session.
Do you want to know the best thing?
The hour of initial scuff. Yeah? What was it, Andrew? Did you not
I
record your
managed
own
to
voice?
figure out how to get onto roll 20, like 5 minutes
No.
ago.
Nice.
So yeah, perfect.
Nice.
It's fine though. As I said, I didn't need it.
Yeah, you guys did good.